Start with hundreds of stars and their guiding light. For centuries, sailors used them to find their way across the dark, treacherous oceans of Earth. They were our first map. But once we conquered the oceans, humanity looked up and realized there was a much darker, deeper ocean left to cross, the vacuum of space. And in that vast sea, there was one specific island we were desperate to visit. It required a ship that could fly 650 million kilometers on a budget tighter than a city commute. Let me take you through the incredible story of Mission Mangal. In the history of space exploration, more than half of all missions attempting to reach this planet have failed. It is known as the ultimate solar system challenge. But one agency, operating on a budget smaller than a major Hollywood movie, didn't just try. It succeeded on its very first attempt.
India's ambitious journey to Mars began with the Mangalyaan spacecraft, launched in 2013 by ISRO. This groundbreaking mission, also known as the Mars Orbiter mission, marked a significant milestone in space exploration. Covering an incredible 680 million kilometers, Mangalyaan embarked on a challenging 300-day journey through the vastness of space. It overcame numerous technical hurdles to successfully enter Mars orbit on 24 September 2014, a truly remarkable feat. Achieved at an astonishingly low cost of just $74 million, it became the first Asian nation to reach Mars orbit on its maiden attempt.
So the question remained, how did Indian space achieve this impossible feat for such a low cost? They didn't have access to the powerful billion-dollar rockets that other nations use to launch satellites directly to Mars. So, they couldn't afford a straight path. Instead of fighting the gravity of Earth, they made art out of it. The engineers used a brilliant, low-energy technique known as the slingshot maneuver. The mission was set. The window was open. Then the Earth fought back. Not a technical fault, but a natural, brutal enemy. Cyclone Phelan. Winds that tore at the coast, forcing the delay. A precious alignment with Mars. The chance of a decade, held hostage by the storm. We waited powerless. The fury passed. The countdown resumed. When the Phoenix finally soared, carrying the weight of expectation, the true test began. Millions of kilometers from any help, in the chilling dark of deep space, silence descended. A sudden critical drop in telemetry. A sensor malfunction. A propulsion system, crucial for the long burn, showing signs of unexpected pressure fluctuations. The fuel reserves, already budgeted down to the last drop, were suddenly under scrutiny. We were alone. The distance made every command a gamble, every correction a multi-hour wait. But against the vacuum and against the odds, human ingenuity prevailed. With precision saves and calculated risks, the engineers guided their vessel, a fragile beacon traveling 80 million kilometers. The storm on Earth was just the prelude. The true victory was overcoming the silent, unforgiving challenges of space itself. After 300 days, the tiny ship that defied a storm and traversed the blackness had arrived. But the final test was not a soft touchdown on dust, but a silent, high-stakes battle with gravity itself. The Mars orbiter mission Mangal had one chance. Millions of kilometers away, it vanished behind the Martian horizon, blind to Earth. Its main engine, dormant for the entire journey, had to fire perfectly on command. A moment of truth carried out in isolation. Failure meant hurtling forever into the void. For 24 agonizing minutes, Earth waited. In a control room, held breathless, the silence was absolute. Then a whisper of a signal, a flicker of telemetry. Mangal had returned. The trajectory data confirmed the impossible. The engine had fired flawlessly. The spacecraft had slowed, and the cold hand of Martian gravity had caught its prize. It was not a landing, but a perfect capture. A victory of ingenuity and perseverance. India had arrived at the Red Planet.
The mission captured stunning images of the Martian landscape and provided invaluable data, studying the planet's atmosphere and surface features. Mangalyaan not only inspired a nation but also paved the way for future interplanetary explorations, showcasing India's growing prowess in space technology. Indeed, India's space dreams are limitless, continuing to push the boundaries of what is possible.